Okay, wait. Just hold on right there. I had an entire episode planned on Mercedes having a 1-2 and being the fourth team this season to do so. Then something changed, and then another thing changed. It seems as though the F1 powers that be always seem to think that it's fun to screw with me and make my life a bit crazier. So I had to scrap it all and start again. Welcome back to another episode of the Lavesh Show, where I rant about all things Formula One, including driver changes, race reviews, and so much more. George Russell won the Belgian Grand Prix with Lewis Hamilton coming in second, until Russell got disqualified and Hamilton basically inherited the top spot from his teammate. Then we got the news we've been waiting for since the start of the season. Carlos Sainz has made his decision. Not the decision we expected, but he surely made a decision. Now, let's first get into this past weekend's race. After a stunning race, it eventually came down to Piastri, Hamilton, and Russell fighting for the top step at Spa. Eventually, Russell managed to hold off his teammate and the McLaren driver to take P1, but things didn't end there. We found it rather strange that Russell managed to hold off the other two drivers, seeing as though he finished the race on 34 lap old tyres and only had one pit stop. It doesn't seem like much, but when you remember that Spa only has 44 laps, you realize that it's three quarters of a race on the exact same tyre. That's some heavy tyre usage, even for a hard compound. The team opting for a one pit stop strategy seemed like a brilliant decision though, as Russell crossed the finish line first, but things weren't all that great after the race. A technical delegates report that was released after the race made mention that the car had at first met the 798 kilogram minimum weight requirement. However, not all fuel was removed from the car. After a review, 2.8 liters of fuel was removed from the car, and the car then weighed in at 796.5 kilograms, which is 1.5 kilograms below the required weight. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of how this rule works this week. However, I am going to do that this coming weekend. So don't forget to subscribe and check out next week's episode. Moving on to the next topic that had me, and probably you shocked, Carlos Sainz finally announced who he is signing for, and it's not who we expected. Well, I don't know who expected it, but for me, it surely was a shocker. The decision to sign for Williams on a multi-year deal has been in the works for the past few months now, and James Valls is happy to have finally won the battle for the Spaniard. This new signing will see Sainz racing alongside Albon for the next few years and hopefully restore the glorious team that once dominated the top of the field. According to Valls, he has been in talks with Sainz and family since last year's Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, but kept things very silent to avoid any rumors and suspicions. And boy, what a great job they did at that, because we did not see this one coming. Sainz started off the season having to go in for an appendix operation and coming back with a massive swing, winning a Grand Prix, has since had a rocky journey, struggling to find the podium in the past few races, with his last podium being in Austria. This could be a result of him not wanting to perform all that great for Ferrari after the dick move of letting him go to take on Hamilton. Or it could just be that Ferrari are screwing with his car to make him slower than Leclerc. Bold accusations, I know. Accurate, that's debatable. But all I know is, Sainz probably knew for a while that he will be moving to Williams and just knew how to hide it very well by keeping the public guessing and other teams fighting for him. This move means that the teams that still have open spaces left are Mercedes, Alpine, Sauber, and Vika. We will have to see what happens there, but I can say that it's almost likely that Antonelli will be at Mercedes, and this will be confirmed in the summer break, which we are currently in. In other major F1 news, as at the 1st of August, which at the time of recording is tomorrow, well, yeah, tomorrow, Mattia Binotto, the former Ferrari team principal, will be joining Sauber as the new team principal, replacing Andrea Seidl. This change comes ahead of Audi taking full control of the team from 2026 when the new engine regulations kick in. Currently, Sauber has only confirmed the signing of Nico Hulkenberg from Haas and are still looking to sign their second driver. That's it for this week's episode. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for listening to the Lavesh Show.